Hey everyone, sitting here with Pete Wenners, and one of the things, you know, when you look back, or when I look back over time, and the development of the Rock Crawler series of baits, I mean, we initially started the whole project with the original RK55, which is the biggest and deepest diving version of the Rock Crawler that we got. I mean, it's a 55 millimeter bait. The bait's designed to dive like 9 to 14 foot deep. Then we felt like we needed, you know, to go to a smaller version, so we introduced the 50 was the second bait that we introduced, and it was essentially a 50 millimeter bait, a bait that was designed to go like 4 to 8 foot deep. And as time's gone on, you know, we basically have got 4 different versions now. You've got the original 55, the 50, then we came with the MD 55 millimeter body, but you've got a little different angle on a bill, a bait that you can throw up there in that shallower water, that 4 to 8 foot zone. And then recently, the most recent one is the new RK50DD. And I mean, people ask me, and I know that, you know, you guide a lot of people throughout the course of the year, Pete, you know, how do you base which bait you're going to throw at which times? I mean, to me, and this is just my go-to, I mean, day in, day out, my first choice is going to be a 55.
Yeah.
If I start noticing that I'm getting a lot of bites at the end of my cast, like on the very beginning of my cast, it's like, okay, maybe I need to go shallower. So then that's what's going to clue me into maybe picking up the 55 MD. And then when it comes to the smaller profile baits, to me a big part of it is just what the forage seems to be. You know, are they feeding on little bitty crawfish, are they feeding on little brim? And that's a lot of it when it comes to the smaller profile bait. You know, of course it becomes depth too. The 50 DD is, you know, designed to go like 12 to 13 foot max depth. So that's the way I break it down when it comes to, you know, really deciding which crawler I should be throwing in what situation. I mean, what do you run?
I pretty much do the same thing. You know, my 55 is my go-to day in and day out. But if I find the fish are shallower, like what you were saying at the, you know, at the end of your cast and from the shoreline out, then I'll go to the 50. I like that, you know, 4 to 8 foot range. It runs a little bit better. And a lot of times I like to go to that DD 50 as well. You know, it gets, the body style is a little smaller, but yet gets the bait down there, you know.
Do you ever feel like that there's certain times that certain baits work better on different lakes? I mean, to me, that's a big part of it too. I mean, if I go to a lake that's got a lot more color in the water, or if I'm fishing a lake more so in the fall when the fish are really on shad, I mean, that's, you know, typically when I'm going to go to a 55, you know, MD in a shallower version, you know, but a bigger body, or, you know, potentially the 4 to 8 foot 50. It's just, to me, that's the reason that I make those choices sometimes.
You know, in the shallower, more off-colored lakes like Lake of the Ozarks, Grand Lake, I'm more apt to do the same thing because I feel like I can get the bait through the shallower water better with less hang-ups. You know, and a lot of it depends on the rock and what the size of the forage is that the fish are feeding on as well.
Mm-hmm. Another thing, you know, that I get asked all the time is, you know, how do you determine colors? I mean, you can see, I mean, we've got so many colors now. I mean, you can't not have what you need when it comes to colors. I mean, it doesn't matter what part of the country you're fishing, what watercolor you're fishing, we've got a color for everything.
Now, springtime for me, I always start out with red. You know, it's got to have some type of red, like a Delta Craw, just the Phantom Red Craw.
Yeah, Phantom Red Craw, Delta Craw.
You know, different shades of red. That's what I'll start out. But, you know, a bait I've caught a lot of fish on, especially in the clear water, with as bright as this is, you would think this would be a dirty water bait. Yeah. But I have done extremely well with the spring craw color on Table Rock in the gin clear water. You know, it's a loud bait for the clear water compared to like the Phantom Watermelon, which is a big time favorite of mine as well. You wouldn't think this louder solid color bait, but on a clear day, I mean, it catches them good.
I think a lot of times when it comes to early spring, and you know, when you're in southern part of the United States, I understand why red is such a big deal. I mean, the crawfish are brighter, they're oranger, they're redder. But to me, when you fish these clear water lakes, like in the Midwest, and you can take this all across the country. I mean, the West Coast, up north, the thing that I've learned, to me, when fish first come up in the spring, it's like they haven't had much pressure, and it's like the brighter the bait, the better it gets their attention. It's like they're mad and they're up there ready to eat.
And especially the smallmouth.
Yeah.
Smallmouth like loud colors for some reason, like you say, early in the spring. If the water's got any mud, or not mud, but stained color, I believe it's the Delta
Yeah,
Craw.
that's Delta Craw.
I really like it. It's a darker bait, does good in, like off-colored water, like I said, Ozarks, Grand, and even up in our river arms.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter what time of year, too. But, usually springtime, I like to start out with something with some red in it. Then I'll try, Phantom Watermelon. I like this new one, this green pumpkin orange.
Yeah.
I really like the looks of that one. I think that's going to be a big deal there.
You brought something up just then when you said, I like this new one. The one thing that I have found, and I just truly believe it's because of the fishing pressure and just the fact that these fish get more and more in tune with what's going on around them, is just color variations. But every year it seems like the new colors, to me, are the first ones I'm going to go for.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what it is. I know that it's, just probably in my head as much as anything. It's a brand new color. I want to throw it, but I really do believe variations in colors and just showing these fish something different all the time.
Without a doubt. These fish get so in tune to what everybody's throwing. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you need to mix it up, throw a little bit different color. And I think a lot of the baits with the blues, similar to like the Stone Cold in the back,
yeah,
is really a key bait.
Yeah, I mean, you've got Stone Cold, and of course, like this bait, this is a solid olive craw, and I mean, it's got that bluish purple hue. And then we have, I mean, you've got the new Ghost olive craw.
Yeah.
So I mean, essentially, we took that olive craw version, turned it into a ghost colored bait, and that bait, to me, I mean, that's one of the baits that we caught them on today, I think. And that bait, to me, has been a really good one the last couple of years. I mean, it resembles a crawfish or a brim. Mm-hmm. And you can get it done. But that's pretty much, my thought process on how I approach color choices. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Yeah.